The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 83 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the PopinJay playing cards by John LittleBoy. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the PopinJay playing cards by John LittleBoy here, and this is a standard glossy finish tuck box here. It says PopinJay playing cards, and then you got the J here outlined in like a blue, like a light blue colorway there, and then you got like a blue J here on the front. Looks kind of like a little suit on here, a little cane there, and there's a little bit of text here. It says manufactured by a United States playing card company, and it is a white background here. On the side, you got this like pink background here with some like light purple and some like darker purple like diamond squares there. And the same pattern on the other side. On the bottom of the tuck box, you got a barcode. You got like a little logo there of a mouse with cheese and a little circle of dots there. Then you got a little bit of corporate information there. It says reserved by, if it'll focus in, it says John LittleBoy and Art Epiphany there. On the back, you got the Seven of Hearts here. And then for the seal, you got the standard black United States Playing Card Company seal with the white outlined spade there with the white border going around that. And on the top, you got PopinJay here in the purple like little like band there. And then you got that same like pink background, just like the diamond square pattern there. On the inside of the tuck flap, it says Art Epiphany there, and that says Visual Nutrition for Everyone. And you got the little logo there of the mouse with the cheese. And there's nothing on the two little tuck flaps. They're just plain white. And if we take the card out of the box, and we take a look at the inside of the tuck box, it's just plain white. There's nothing too crazy fancy going on inside there. Well, now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design here. This is a borderless one-way back design here. So you got PopinJay right there in the middle, and that's what makes it a one-way back design. Because if you were to flip it around, the PopinJay logo would be upside down. So you got a pink, like kind of like pink background there, with those light purple and the dark purple like squares there, and square pattern there. The PopinJay logo there, and the light blue text there with the purple band going across. And this is a borderless back design. There's no border there, so the ink goes all the way to the edges. So if you have a fully inked deck, the corners could chip. They mostly chip more on like a black inked deck. You can see them chip more, but they could still possibly chip on any kind of fully inked deck. Well, now for the cards you get with the deck. And here we start with the first Joker here. It says Joker, Joker, and the J is in black colorway, and then you got the red colorway for the rest of the letters. And then you got this crazy kind of like art style here, where it's a cat playing like its whiskers as like a violin or fiddle. You got the music sheet there, and then you got a bunch of like different birds around it, and it's sitting in like a tree there, the green tree in the background. So it's kind of like a painted style kind of art for this deck. Then you got a second Joker here, with that same like black out J there, and then the red for the rest of the letters there. And then you got like three birds here, like ice skating here. So you got like a pink one there that kind of fell over, the blue one that kind of fell backwards, and then you got a little brownish orange one there, and they all have different hats on. And you got that same like art style there, like the hand drawn or like painted art style there. Then you get like some kind of like little ad card here. It says live life off the leash, and then you got a bunch of dogs in that same art style there, all different colors. You got orange dogs, yellows, pinks, blues, black and white, and browns, and the different type of dogs. And it's just, oh, and there is stuff on the back. It was just the back design for the two Jokers, but on the back of this one is like the art card here. It says Art Epiphany, Visual Nutrition for All, Cards, Home Goods, and Gifts. And there's a code there. I don't know if the code works. Probably not. It's probably long over gone now. So that might be a website. So if I find a link, I'll try to link their website down below. If you want to check that out, if I can find one. And then for the second ad card here, you've got like a Vincent van Gogh. So it's like one of Vincent van Gogh's paintings, but instead of like the person there, it's a dog with the hat and like the suit on, and then you got like the blue background there. And then for the Ace of Spades here, you got a swan, which is kind of in the shape of a spade, with the wings and then the reflection in the water. And then the rest of the spades here have like these custom like pips here for the numbers. And then you got like the same swan design through, but then you get a little smaller one, which keeps adding another one for each card here. Like the 4, there's 4, and then the 5. So it keeps adding that like swan to each card here. And you get up to 10, and then for the Jack, Queen, and King, you get the fully custom and fully inked Jack, Queen, and King of spades here. So here you got one bird, and they're all different birds here for every card. Every card's a fully custom card here with a different type of bird on it. And then you got the Jack of Spades here, which is another type of bird. And don't let, and I'm not gonna know like the names of every specific bird in the deck here, but you got one bird like kind of like hiking here with a green shirt on, the hat, and like a backpack, and you got like a hiking stick or a walking stick, and it's kind of like on a mountain. And then you got another one doing like some kind of dance recital, kind of like ballet type thing, with like the tutu on and the fan in her hand, and the audience is a bunch of cats watching it. That's the Queen of Spades there. And for the King of Spades here, you got like I want to say robin? No, cardinal. No, cardinal. Might be a cardinal, I'm not sure. But you got the bird skiing down a snowy hill there for the King of Spades. And then for the Ace of Diamonds here, you got a bird, little bird in the nest here. And then for each other card, you got one it keeps adding up. So it keeps adding a bird there, a little bird in the nest. And then you get to the 9. Once you get past the 9 for the 10, then you got like the mother bird there, kind of feed them. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds, the fully custom core cards here. And you got one bird here in a bird bath for the Jack of Diamonds. The Queen of Diamonds just has some kind of little bird party or something with all hats on. And then you got that main bird there in like the nest there. And then the King of Diamonds here is a bird here with the hat on, sitting on a stool playing the piano. And then you got the clubs here, the Jack, Queen, and King of Clubs, the fully custom core cards here. And then the King of Clubs here is another bird here with a suit on. He's combing his hair, looking in the mirror. Then the Queen of Clubs here is a bird painting a cat, like a picture of a cat. Then you got the Jack of Clubs here, which is a bird riding a bicycle. And then you got a little bird on the handlebars there. And then for the clubs here, these are kind of like the backwards order. Because you would start at the ace of clubs, but we're gonna do it backwards because this is how the deck is presented. And then you got a bunch of owls here. And then you're gonna notice here that every time we go, the owls one owl is gonna close its eyes here. As you see the owl in the tree there, and then it's gone there. Then the owls start closing their eyes, like sleeping. Well, they pretty much start out sleeping, but then once you start going up in the order, they start opening their eyes. But this is kind of backwards. You start with one bird with his eyes open, and then when you get to the 10, all of them would be open. So it's a bunch of owls sitting on like a tree branches there, and they're still all in this like hand painted like art style here. And then we get to the hearts, the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts here. We'll start with the King of Hearts here, and then there's another little bird here with a red scarf on, and he's like ice skating. He's either skating or standing in the bird bath there. It's probably like a frozen bird bath, and he's like skating on it. And then we got the Queen of Hearts here, sitting on the edge of like a cup of tea there, and it's sticking its like little feet in there. As you can see, like the little teapot beside it. And then for the Jack of Hearts here, got a fully like inked design here, and it's just one bird sitting on a branch here, and then there's three sitting like sleeping down below, and you got the moon there in the corner. And then for the rest, and then for the hearts here, you got one little hummingbird sitting there, and then you got like the little tree here, with all the little hearts as the little different flowers there. And then for each, then you can see a different little design for each of the rest of the hearts here. Like the hummingbird's kind of flying around. Well, I guess it adds a heart for every like card, I guess, because we're going in backwards order. So we got all fully custom cards for each of the cards that you've seen. Well, now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the spring ability. Well, I'm gonna say these cards are nice and springy here. They're not like super like thick cards. You might think they would be a little bit thicker with the fully inked back design, and some of the cards are like fully inked here, but they're not as thick as you would think. They're kind of like in between. They're not like super like thin to where they're super bendy, but they're not like overly thick either. So they spring nice and like in the between. There's no clumpiness to the springs either. They spring nice and smoothly there. Now onto the fans. And see that like PopinJay logo there? You can see like the little purple band adds a little pop of color there when you like fan them. Well, as you can see, there's no issues with the fanning. They fan nice and evenly, and you can see like all the pips. Well, kind of. Well, they spread nice and evenly, but you kind of can see the pips. Anyways, there's no clumpiness or stickiness to the cards, so that's nice. They fan nice and smoothly there. Now onto the Pharaoh. A nice smooth Pharaoh there. They interlocked nice and evenly there. Now onto the giant fan of the back design. Now time for that reverse Pharaoh. And they seem to both, like, almost fare perfectly. Now for the giant fan of the faces. And you got those nice colorful quick cards there. Now I just gotta do one more test of the pharaohs. Just to see. Okay, that way, like, did almost smoothly, like, a little bit, like, of it. I had to, like, persuade it to get in. But it was still pretty smooth that way. There was not, like, too much issues there. And if we flip it around, and we do this. Okay, this way is a little bit easier, but, like, pretty much both, like, the same for, like, being able to, like, pharaoh them. Not, like, too, like, stiff, and, like, you don't have to put too much pressure into, like, getting them to interlock, which is nice. Well, now on to the Wiffle Shuffle, or Bridge Shuffle. Well, I gotta say, there's no issues with the the Bridge Shuffle or Wiffle Shuffle. They Wiffle Shuffled nice and smoothly each time. There's no clumpiness or stickiness to the cards that made them like slower or mess up that much. They were nice and smooth. Now on to a couple packet cuts. Now on to the one-handed cut or Australia cut. There has been no issues with the packet cuts once again. They passed the packet cut portion. And they felt nice, the packet cut, and they look nice in the packet cuts. No issues there. Now on to the dribble. Well, we got some smooth dribbles there. They dribble nice and smoothly. Not really too much like clumpiness to it. They're a little bit like a thinner kind of stock, like more thinner than a thick. So they will kind of like dribble like a little bit like faster, kind of. Like the cards bend a little bit more. It's a more looser dribble than like a stiffer one. Well, now onto that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, overall, a nice handling deck. They're a little bit like thinner of a cards. The cards are a little bit thinner, but they bend a little bit more. They're not as like super stiff. So if you like thinner decks, this is a nice deck to get. And it has a nice art style to it, a fully custom deck here. Each card has its fully custom here. There's no two cards the exact same kind of design on each of the different courts, but like there's like slightly different. And then you got those fully custom court cards here, and a nice simplistic back design here, even though it is a one-way back design, but you won't notice too much. That's a one-way back design, but you can still notice a little bit. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. This has been day 83 of a daily deck review. This has been the PopinJay playing cards by John LittleBoy. Anyways, I'm the Canadian card collector. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.